Yo guys, Ventran here, and this doesn't look right. There we go. And today I'm going to be showing you guys how to light your scene cinematically just like this. As you know, this is my main filming set, which also happens to be my editing setup, but I'm going to be breaking down every light that I use and its purpose so that you can get an idea of how to light your scene cinematically. So then first thing, let's go back to the regular lighting setup. Alright, so first things first is that we notice that this light coming from my fan just right there is kind of casting some really weird shadows on my face. Almost split lighting to a point, and this window behind me is good because it's providing some separation, but it's not giving us full control of the light. So we're gonna close this curtain and we're gonna shut off this light. Alright, so now we're in pitch black, and the first thing we're gonna do is turn on our key light. Here we go. The key light is your primary light and is usually the most powerful and casts the most light onto your subject. And positioning wise, I have it off camera left, tilting down at me. This lighting situation is called Rembrandt lighting, named after the famous Dutch painter Rembrandt. He would often use this lighting positioning in all of his paintings, which is known for having a triangle on the shadow side of the subject's face. And personally, I love it because it helps contour my face a little bit, making me look a little skinnier, you know. For this situation, I actually modified an IKEA float ceiling light and turned it into my key light. I added an AC wire to be able to plug it into the wall, built a simple wooden yoke for the light, and added a flagpole holder so that I'm able to stick it onto a light stand. So next is my hair light. This is the light that is usually behind the subject, which is in line with the key light. It doesn't need to be a powerful light, but it does need to be aimed at the back of the subject so that it helps separate the subject from the background. And personally, I like to use a hard light, which means that it is not being diffused as my hair light. And it's now separating me from the white wall that's right behind me. For me, I'm using an Aperture F7 LED bicolor light. As I said, it's a bicolor, so it's able to be changed from a super warm 3200 Kelvin to super cool at 9500 Kelvin. So it's a super versatile light that I can use in any situation. Alexa, turn on desk lights. Cool, so those were the last few lights that you just saw me turn on, and these are what are called practical lights. These lights are usually within the frame of the camera and oftentimes are used to motivate certain lighting and or add interesting elements. In this lighting setup, I'm using an LED strip just off of Amazon to add a pop of color onto my setup, and in the back, the pink you see is a Nanlite RGB tube to add another contrasting pop of color. And personally, I love the look of light bars, so I bought one to put on top of my monitor, and I have my old lamp that I modified to be able to turn around and push flat, adding just a cool element into the screen. Now remember, this is not a concrete setup. You can experiment all you want with how to light your scene. This is just how I wanted to light mine. One thing to notice is that I don't use a fill light in my lighting setup. A fill light is exactly that. It fills in the shadows casted by the key light. Usually you want to use a fill light if you're trying to create a flat lighting setup. And that's all I have for you today. If you want to know what lights I use, there will be a link to my kit.co page down in the description. And as always, if you have any further questions, please let me know.